Welcome and welcome back to the Flow of Life Tarot. Take what resonates, leave the rest, follow the story. Don't make it fit, but let's see how the flow of this goes. I've already started recording several times, and then I just did quite a long recording with these cards, and it was like this stream of consciousness that came pouring out. But the messages are very simple, so this could just be a 2-minute reading, really, as far as I'm concerned. There was like this massive deep dive, but to me that seemed unnecessary. Not that I don't love a really good deep dive, but it wasn't even that. It was more kind of like navel gazing. So I'm cutting the fat. Right, so the cards that I drew first, let's have a look, in the order that they came out, where emotions are running high with this supermoon card. A win-win outcome is forecast with this full moon in Libra card. And you're very close to achieving your goals. So, in fact, this is a very simple and very positive and very basic, as in very grounded, straightforward message for someone. It's acknowledging that emotions are running high. So the reason is because your goals are coming to this climax. You're about to be achieving your goals. So it's understandable. And this is assuring you that this is a win-win outcome. So this isn't an adversarial situation where you're going to have to fight tooth and nail against someone or something, or internal or external. That's not the energy. It's not winning at all costs. So that's great news. And then these I drew first. It's like there's been a judgment call. And this made me think of the scales of justice as well. So I feel like there's justice being shown with the judgment. There's been a judgment call. There's been a wake-up call in whatever area or realm of your life. And as such, it's led to this 10 of Pentacles. I see this sort of like a cellular DNA level of healthy abundance and nourishment and wholesomeness, and reflecting that intention of for your highest good and greatest well-being. What I love about that sort of mantra is that it ensures the ego doesn't get in the way, and it always means that if it is for your highest good and greatest well-being, then it will automatically be for the highest good and greatest well-being of anyone you're connected to or know. So another way of saying that is that if anything's for you, whatever's for your highest good and greatest well-being, it will never ever cause any harm or negative repercussion. It will never cause harm to self or other. It's impossible. So if you're going around, living your life for your highest good and greatest well-being, then you are also in service to the collective. Yeah, that's very simple. Emotions running high. Well, how lovely to have a supermoon with the Fool. The Fool is this expansive energy. It's the beginning of the story of the major arcana of the tarot characters and archetypes. And here she sets out, she's stepping off a cliff. She is free and liberated and free from burdens and mind stuff and overthinking. And this expansive supermoon feels like this benevolent Jupiterian kind of energy that you get with this expansive energy of taking a risk and winning. Taking a chance. Let's say that's better than taking a risk, taking a chance and going for it. Yeah. And you're close to achieving your goals. How exciting. That's bound to bring up emotion and require a little bit of reassurance and reminder to focus on that which is for your highest good and greatest well-being. And then here, another reminder that this is, these new horizons, this new expansive stepping out into the world, seeing world in a new and exciting and different way. It is also like this Fool energy. It's exciting, fiery, expansive vision of the world and of your life again. It's like this sort of I'm going to say rebirth, but it's like feeling rejuvenated and getting your mojo back, but not just getting your mojo back, but getting a brand new, brand fresh mojo in every cell and level of your being. So you have the wisdom of your life that you've already had, and you get this fresh new energy. And then we have here just this gentle word of caution. Magpies are beautiful creatures. They grieve and mourn one another, and they can live for many decades. And they're very social, communal animals. And I quite like this Seven of Swords. I know that in the traditional Rider-Waite, you see a guy sneaking off, and he's taking away the swords from the other encampment. And that's a sort of Machiavellian way of not getting into battle, but also sabotaging the enemy. But we've already got this established that this is a win-win outcome. There isn't an enemy, there isn't an other that you have to do battle with. This isn't a survival of the fittest where it's like do or die or kill or be killed. It's none of that energy. So this little gentle reminder that one of the archetypes is the saboteur, but also like the self-saboteur, and that can just trip things up. And it's not something to be fearful of, or you can view it as a part of yourself that's perhaps like a naughty little child that will be a bit disruptive because they feel XYZ and they want your attention. So they might feel a little bit anxious, they might feel a little bit nervous, they might feel a little bit quote unquote unworthy. I'm just using words that are like the closest description to give examples. So you can take a moment just to be aware that there's a part of you that's a little bit and rather than ignoring that or denying it or whatever, just be mindful of that part of yourself and be kind and compassionate and bring it home to yourself so that it doesn't, I don't know, stick a spoon in the spokes of your bicycle and trip you up. Because that's what the saboteur energy or the self-saboteur energy is trying to get your attention in some way. And if it has to be a little bit naughty to do that and cause you a bit of a problem so that you pay attention like the squeaky wheel, then that's what it will do. And then you're very close to achieving your goals. So sometimes that energy can appear at those key moments. It's not a judgment call, it's not a shame or blame, it's just not something to be angry about or upset about or fearful of or scared of or afraid of. It's bringing the light of conscious awareness to that, not to prevent it from causing you trouble. You're not dealing with it so that it doesn't ruin things for you. It's a part of you that wants attention. So my suggestion is that you pay attention to that part of you before everything sort of, or sooner rather than later, really, not before. It's not a doom or gloom kind of thing, but I suggest, just pay attention to that little part of you that might be feeling apprehensive or nervous or shy or whatever it is. You have to be curious within yourself and see what's needed. It could be very simple, as in needing more sleep or, I don't know, going to bed, I was going to say later, adjusting your sleep patterns a bit, just adjusting the food that you're consuming, the drinks, the information, the knowledge, the books, the stuff you're reading or listening to, whatever it is. Those are just examples. But essentially, this is a really lovely, positive, uplifting message. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. I could keep going deeper and drawing more energy from it, but I feel it's already here. And I've spent the majority of the time on this little Seven of Swords. So there's something in you that wants your attention. And I feel this is like a splinter. But, some things need to be left to heal on their own, which is fine. I wouldn't go and dig around for a splinter. But if it's started to get a little bit infected, then you need to keep it clean, right? There's just an analogy. Okay, that's it. It's a very simple message. It's very beautiful. It's very positive. So if you're just looking for a little bit of a quick message to keep you going, then there it is. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Thanks for being here, and catch up with you soon. Okay, bye.